Macy's has all of your Grill Master essentials for Father's Day. Stop by to get our hand-trimmed chicken breast and certified Angus beef patties that are ready to grill, so Dad can have his favorite dinner. Make sure to browse our bakery to find the perfect no-work Father's Day treat with our decadent peanut butter bars or famous donuts. Right now, you can get boneless beef ribeye steaks for $12.99 per pound at Macy's. Shop these Father's Day essentials in-store or online at Macys.com through June 18th. Macy's, happy shopping!
The mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
Welcome to a special series of the 5-Minute Biographies podcast, while we wait for season 18 of the regular show to commence. During this series, we are taking a brief look at the lives of the first 10 presidents of the United States. This is episode 2. John Adams. John Adams, the second president of the United States, and a pivotal figure in the American Revolution, was born on the 30th of October 1735 in Braintree, Massachusetts, now part of Quincy. As one of the key architects of American independence and a dedicated public servant, Adams played an essential role in shaping the early history of the United States. His life was marked by his dedication to the principles of liberty and justice, but also by his deep intellectualism and commitment to his family and country. Adams was born into a modest but respectable family. His father, John Adams Sr., was a farmer, a deacon in the local church, and a town councillor, while his mother, Susanna Boylston Adams, came from a well-known and influential family in the Massachusetts colony. John Adams grew up in a religious and community-oriented household where hard work and education were emphasized. His father, though not wealthy, worked hard to provide his children with a good education, recognizing its importance in shaping their future. As a child, Adams was intelligent and inquisitive, though not particularly inclined toward formal study in his early years. He attended a local school in Braintree, where he learned the basics of reading, writing, and mathematics. However, it wasn't until his teenage years that Adams began to develop a genuine interest in learning. In 1751, at the age of 16, Adams enrolled at Harvard College, which was one of the leading educational institutions in the American colonies. His years at Harvard were transformative, as he was exposed to the great works of classical literature and philosophy, which instilled in him a deep appreciation for reason, logic, and the law. After graduating from Harvard in 1755, Adams initially considered a career in the ministry, but he soon realized that his true passion lay in law and politics. He began studying law under the tutelage of attorney James Putnam, one of the most respected lawyers in Worcester, Massachusetts. Adams was admitted to the bar in 1758, marking the beginning of his long career as a lawyer and public figure. As a lawyer, Adams gained a reputation for his eloquence and integrity. His belief in the rule of law was unwavering, and he was committed to defending his clients based on the principles of justice, even when it was unpopular. This was most notably demonstrated in 1770, when Adams agreed to defend British soldiers involved in the Boston Massacre. Despite widespread anti-British sentiment in the colonies, Adams successfully argued that the soldiers had acted in self-defense, earning him both respect and criticism. This act of fairness and dedication to the law underscored his belief that justice should always prevail, regardless of political pressures. Adams's legal career and his growing interest in political philosophy led him to become more deeply involved in the revolutionary cause. As tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain intensified in the 1760s and 1770s, Adams emerged as a vocal critic of British policies, particularly the imposition of taxes without colonial representation. His writings and speeches in opposition to the Stamp Act and other British measures gained him recognition as one of the leading figures in the fight for colonial rights. In 1774, Adams was elected as a delegate to the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia, where representatives from the colonies gathered to discuss their grievances against the British government. He played a crucial role in shaping the early stages of the American Revolution, advocating for independence and self-governance. His eloquence and persuasive arguments made him a key voice in the Congress, and he was instrumental in pushing for the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Adams's role in the American Revolution was not limited to his work in Congress. He also served as a diplomat, representing the newly formed United States in Europe. Alongside Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, Adams helped negotiate treaties with foreign powers, including the vital alliance with France, which was crucial to the American victory in the Revolutionary War. His diplomatic efforts culminated in the signing of the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which officially ended the war and recognized American independence. In 1789, with the establishment of the United States Constitution and the election of George Washington as the first president, Adams was elected as the first vice president. Though he served in Washington's shadow, Adams played a critical role in the new government, presiding over the Senate and acting as a close advisor to the president. His 8 years as vice president were marked by his frustration with the limited powers of the office, but his commitment to the fledgling republic never wavered. In 1796, Adams was elected as the second president of the United States, succeeding George Washington. His presidency was marked by deep political divisions between the emerging Federalist and Democratic Republican parties. Adams, a Federalist, faced significant challenges, particularly in foreign affairs, as tensions with France escalated into the quasi-war, an undeclared naval conflict. Though pressured by his own party to take a more aggressive stance, Adams worked tirelessly to avoid a full-scale war, eventually negotiating peace with France in 1800. Adams's presidency was also marked by domestic challenges, including the passage of the highly controversial Alien and Sedition Acts, which restricted free speech and were widely criticized as an overreach of executive power. His decision to prioritize peace with France over party loyalty and his unpopular domestic policies led to his defeat in the 1800 election by Thomas Jefferson. After leaving office, Adams retired to his farm in Quincy, Massachusetts, where he lived a quiet life with his wife, Abigail Adams. Though he remained active in correspondence with political figures, including his renewed friendship with Jefferson, Adams largely withdrew from public life. John Adams passed away on the 4th of July, 1826, at the age of 90, in Quincy, Massachusetts. Remarkably, he died on the same day as Thomas Jefferson, on the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. His final words were reportedly, "Thomas Jefferson survives," unaware that his old friend and rival had passed away only hours earlier. John Adams's legacy as a patriot, statesman, and defender of American liberty continues to be honored today, and his contributions to the founding of the United States remain an integral part of its history. I hope you enjoyed that special episode of 5-Minute Biographies. If you did, why not subscribe or leave a review wherever you get your podcasts? Also, why not check out our other 5-Minute podcasts at 5minuteproductions.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, it's official. We are very much in the final sprint to Election Day. And face it, between debates, polling releases, even court appearances, it can feel exhausting, even impossible to keep up with. I'm Brad Milkey. I'm the host of Start Here, the daily podcast from ABC News. And every morning, my team and I get you caught up on the day's news in a quick, straightforward way that's easy to understand, with just enough context so you can listen get it, and go on with your day. So, kickstart your morning. Start smart with Start Here and ABC News, because staying informed shouldn't feel overwhelming.